you may need to consider filing for a contested divorce whenever you and your spouse don't have an agreement about everything. Now, you may have an agreement about a lot of things. You may have an agreement about how the business is going to be divided up. You may have an agreement about where the children are going to live and when the other parent may visit with the children. But there are some important things you cannot agree about. If you don't have an agreement about everything in your marriage, then you have to file a contested divorce. And that means we file what's called a complaint for divorce. And that complaint will lay out who everybody is, what you have, how the court has jurisdiction over you, and what, as the plaintiff, you want the court to do. And then we have to get them served. And there's a whole series of steps to walk through. I can't tell you how many times in my practice people have come to my office and said, hey, we've tried to file a non-contested and the court keeps kicking it out. Because as a layperson, even though they may be incredibly intelligent and well-spoken people, they don't know all the legal steps to walk through. So they say, we've tried it on our own. We can't get this done. Can you help us? Or worse yet, people have gotten a non-contested divorce and then things come back later on to haunt them because they didn't know what to do, because they didn't really have an agreement. They just kind of gave in to the other spouse to get it over. Trust me, when you're dealing with a division of your assets, or you're dealing with the custody of your children, or who's going to get equity out of the home, that's not a time to just give in. That's not a time to just roll over and do whatever your spouse has told you to do or wants you to do just to get out of it. You should not even just do a non-contested divorce just because you're afraid of what may come out in the trial. Some people do it because they think, you know what? People may hear all my dirty laundry. Well, they may. But is it bad enough for them to hear your dirty laundry that you're willing to give away what could rightfully be yours? I don't think so. That's why in most instances, unless you have an agreement about everything in your life, you probably should file a contested divorce. We work through those with people every day. And when we do that, we know that it can be stressful. But here's what we also know. We know that it can be worth it. In the end, you can get a better result when you stand up for your rights, you fight for what you believe you're entitled to, and you have a competent and passionate attorney who can work with you because they really do care about what happens to your family. That's when you need to file a contested divorce.